something that we had the meeting, and Jacob wasn't there because Jacob was in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Jacob, do you want to describe the process that you went through to design the campaign?
Okay, so I was actually in Australia when the meeting happened, and people were like throwing out suggestions and stuff. You know, I wasn't there. So when I came back, I like was reading like everybody's suggestions about like what the game could be or what the game should be, and you know, normally you're like, okay, I had a plan of what I was gonna do, and then I read everybody's suggestions, and I was like, oh, okay. Let's just do all of them. Let's just do all of them at the same time.
Yes.
You know what? Just bus everybody. I'm gonna do them all.
Yes, you did. Every single person who contributed an idea, you did every single person's idea except for mine, which, if I recall correctly, was the one that was at the very bottom and said, all of this is great, but I don't want to sign up Jacob for anything he doesn't want to do, so I'm going to say that Jacob reserves the right to pick and choose what's on this list and how he wishes to incorporate these ideas.
And I just
You
said,
missed that one, eh?
I did. I'm sorry. I guess I kicked out of the thread a little too early.
It's just down at the bottom
Yeah,
there. Just, your eyes are glazed over by the time you got to that point on the document. It's fine.
I love running games, and this like literally just being like, you know what? I think I could just do all of them just out of spite. I love running games, and that was a really nice challenge to put that together for me, and I'm glad everybody had a good time. Yeah.
Chad
Thank
did,
you.
and I have a challenge here for just such a thing. Express that appreciation for Jacob's DMing. Watching Jacob's soul leave his body, whether on the panels or Desert Bus, gives me life. I know how hard GMing is when things go off the rails, and I just want to appreciate the incredible job Jacob did today in the face of absurd adversity. Please tell him I'm in awe of his ability to roll with the slings and arrows of outrageous generosity. We love you, Jacob.
Love you too. Love you too, chat. It all just had to make narrative sense within the context of Desert Bus.
It was great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there were a couple times where I was watching the dice counter, and it was just like...
that was bananas.
We had some discussion about that, and we thought, we want to make sure we can get at least 2 or 3 of them, so we don't want to get too high. When I tested it, I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna set like the full bar at 1,500 because I was like, I want to try to get at least 3 random events in.
Yeah.
And y'all just crushed it. What was the final total? Was like 15, something like that.
15 rolls.
Excuse me.
$23,000 to inflict mayhem upon us.
That was just bananas. That was fantastic, and thank you all of you too for just rolling with things, and that was great.
It was
Thank you.
fun. We loved it.
Oof.
So you had no idea what was going on basically at a certain point. Because of like all the random stuff that was happening.
With all the random stuff that was happening, I didn't know like specifically what was going on. Like I had a loose, like I had a loose plan. Like there wasn't like I don't like running my games on rails, and I had to try to plan for almost any eventuality, including one of you coming up with like a really silly idea to like go and do something. So I was like, you know what? Let's involve chat. Let's literally do everything. Let's involve like all the giveaways. Everything that Desert Bus is going to have a place in this game. And at one point, I was just like, you know what? You just gotta at one point you just gotta roll with it, and that was part of it. It was just good. It could have gone really, really bad. It was great. What was that, man?
I was gonna say I've never seen a DM playing a character who is responsible for the whole thing lose faith in the when he was like whatever because like math had like destroyed the whole thing. It was so fun.
I'm glad.
I like that Garrett quickly figured out what to do.
Yes.
My character
Missed walk into the mouth, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm an environmental hazard now.
That's great. Where do you want this next character to go?
Well, I was laughing because my last character did have Mistwalk, because I guess we didn't have it anymore, because that was the other character.
Yeah.
So I was going to try to Mistwalk right into the mouth again. Because I could. That's what paladins do, right?
Yeah.
Just
just right in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because your character actually, as a ancestry ability, had Misty Step.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Cool.
That was great.